And about 15 years ago, I got talked into doing platelets, which you can do instead of every 56 days, you can do every 2 weeks up to 24 times. So I've actually given blood 425 times now. And I've actually, a lot of times you get t-shirts, so I probably get about 50 Red Cross blood t-shirts. So I wear them at the gym at Germantown and all that. And one time, this guy comes up to me and he says, "Oh, do you give platelets?" I said, "Yeah, I do give platelets." And he says, "Yeah, Jim just talked me into giving platelets." Yeah. Well, Jim was a guy that I had talked into doing it about 6 months before. And again, only by the grace of God, it was one of those. And I got to tell you, in humility, that I had gotten this, and the joy he felt because he was doing something to save lives. And I sort of look at a word picture I have is that when I stand in the final judgment, hopefully all these people who got my blood will be there saying, "Lord, we knew him." And just like the abortion clinic, the aborted babies will say, the Lord will turn to them and say, "Do you know Tom? Was Tom ever out there?" And the answer that they give may determine where we end up, you know, if we think about it like that. But again, it's a tremendous joy, and I thank God my kids have always been healthy. My twin sister lost her brother-in-law to leukemia at 30, and then my wife's sister's nephew died at 8 of leukemia. So, but again, every time I give, it's sort of a witness, and people, you know, see the things in your arms, and they kind of think, oh, a pro-life guy who's doing more than being at the abortion clinic. So I think it's an in there, too, that and I know we all are interested in more than just stopping abortion, but it's another example. Now, Roe v. Wade was on, as you know, January 22nd, which happens to be my mother's birthday. I was 15 years old. I remember we were in Illinois, and we celebrated her birthday, and she was on the phone that night with Phyllis Schlafly and some other people plotting what to do next, and she's been involved ever since. And that really struck me. Here it is, somebody on her birthday actually getting involved in something. And now we get on to the sowing the seeds, and the first major thing that happened in my life. Well, you'll see. I spent 4 years in the Navy. My wife and I were practicing NFP because we didn't want to have any kids while I was in the Navy. So I had just gotten out of the Navy, and we were having trouble having children. So my twin sister, who now has 9 kids, and had 1 kid, and she was in Rhode Island working at a pregnancy center. And her husband was a lawyer, and he had gotten a job down at Bethesda. So they moved, and so happened that there was a girl